Well, meanwhile, China's severe heat wave is now threatening to further disrupt global food supplies. For more than 2 months now, temperatures of up to 40 degrees have blasted the country, killing crops, closing factories and drying up lakes and rivers. For more on this, I'm joined by Patrick Fock in Hubei province. Patrick, this heat wave is causing widespread disruption. What are you seeing there at the moment?
Well, Rebecca, forecasters had been saying that there would be relief towards the end of the month, so we are seeing a little bit of that now. I'm in Yaqing City. The temperature here is around 25 degrees Celsius. Neighbouring Chongqing or nearby Chongqing is around 30 degrees Celsius today. That's a far cry really from what we were seeing for the past couple of weeks, where mercury levels were going above 40 degrees Celsius nearly every day for a couple of weeks. It hit a record high of 45 degrees at one point, but a lot of the damage has been done already. As you mentioned, crops dying, livestock dying, local businesses are being affected, and lots of rivers being dried up. Ironically, authorities are now actually issuing a flood alert warning because, you know, this heat wave has created this sort of baked soil that is all loosened, and now we're expecting rains over the next couple of days, and they're saying that that's going to, really raise the risk of natural disasters when the rains hit that loose soil.
And you are seeing big power shortages there too, Patrick, that's disrupting production at factories, for example?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, right beside me here is the Yangtze River, and the water levels you should be able to see are extremely low. And there are other parts of this river that have more or less completely dried up, particularly in Chongqing, like I mentioned just a moment ago. And, you know, this is a part of China that heavily relies on hydropower. 15% of the country's output is in fact hydroelectricity, particularly in places like Sichuan and Chongqing, which is a key manufacturing hub. So that, you know, has added to the difficulties that China's having with trying to boost its economy. And of course, COVID remains a big concern for the economy right now as well.
Yeah, and it comes at an already very testing time for the government. Patrick, how are they dealing or responding to these sort of multiple crises?
Well, it is coming at an absolutely critical time, and, you know, of course, it is coming right ahead of this all-important National Congress. The government is trying to maintain stability with regards to COVID. Of course, they've really tightened restrictions, but, you know, they're really at the whim of natural forces, if you like, with what's happening with weather conditions. They are trying to reduce electricity consumption to address the power crunch, and so we are seeing lots of measures being put in place, like, you know, lights along cities where they've got light displays have been shut off, and they're reducing mall opening hours in places like Chongqing. Malls there only opening from 4 to 9 p.m. So it does affect local businesses, but, you know, there's desperate measures here right now.
Well, thank you so much for joining us from Hubei province. That is Patrick Fock.